Welcome to another episode of 5 Business Rules. Today we are talking about Zoom etiquette. I don't think there's a professional out there who has not spent their life on Zoom, Microsoft Teams, whatever it is. We're saying that Zoom has become the catch-all. But even though you're on it, you may be on it every day. This is a gentle reminder that there are etiquette things to go along with it.
We've been all doing video for months and people still don't understand use it properly.
So think of us as Miss Manners. We're so very proper. But tip number 1 is don't surprise people. While yes, we are all very casual these days, sometimes we are more casual than others. And if you are planning to have a video call or want to have a video call, give people a heads up so they know that they're going to be on video and they need to do their hair or, brush their teeth so there's not spinach, whatever it is, just give people a heads up.
Yeah, I'm guilty of springing video calls on people on my team, one person in particular who hates me for it. This is something I need to get better at. So I am definitely keeping tip number 1 in mind.
We learn as we go, right?
We do, yes.
Okay. Number 2, be mindful of the mute button. In the way that we have dogs, we have kids, we have lawnmowers going in the background, whatever. If you've got a lot going on, be considerate, especially if it's a group call.
And yeah, you want to hear something really funny. I was on a huge group call, like 140 people the other day. And it was all advisory boards at George Mason University School of Business. But you could unmute yourself if you wanted to. And someone unmuted themselves and was saying, oh yeah, I'm on this like really long call right now. Like it was hilarious. You're all like, oh my God.
That is actually an excellent thing because it brings us right into number 3. Whether or not you mute yourself, but don't zone out. You are like I think a lot of us have this fatigue. Same thing, whether it's a conference call, whatever, and especially in large group calls, you think, oh, well, I'm going to sit on this and do something else. If you're going to be there, be engaged.
Yeah. Don't check your email. Don't text. If you need to doodle. But pay attention to what's going on. It's the worst to get called out, just like in school, right? When you're like zoning out, in 6th grade math and the teacher calls on you. Mm-hmm. It's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing, but it's also, it's also just respect if you're going to put your time in there. But that under that umbrella, tip number 4 is do not forget you are on video. Especially, there are some calls where we are talking and we are engaged. There are other calls that it's more presentation style. I was on a training the other day, and there was only a handful of us, but the main girl she was screen sharing and all that. And I'm looking, and one of the guys was pricking his nose. It's like even if you're not the focus, you're still on video.
Yes, and I have a worse story. Well, I think this is worse than picking your nose. This was not a call that I was involved in. It was between 2 people who I know. And one person said, hey, I'm not turning on video. And the other person was like, oh, we're not doing video at all, and proceeded to take his shirt off and was shirtless for the entire video.
I hope it was at least like nice to look at.
It wasn't horrible. I was shown a screenshot, but
well, and okay, so that is a great reminder that people can screenshot you, whatever it is, like be mindful, you're public.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, not everything has to be on video. There is a huge amount of Zoom fatigue going on right now. And I will tell you, I have run my business for 10 years virtually, and I have been more on Zoom in the last few months than I have for 10 years. It has a place, but if you need to make a quick 5-minute call, that doesn't always have to be on Zoom.
No, definitely not. Zoom is really Nicole, you mentioned respect before. Be respectful, be thoughtful of other people. You really only need to use Zoom if you need to do a screen share, you're making a presentation. There's something that everyone needs to see to be able to understand whatever is going to come out of the call or the meeting.
So just like I said, Monica said, remember the respect, remember just some basic tips, and always be aware of what you're doing.
Definitely.
Good luck.
Bye.
Bye.